and that little piece that you just heard is from my late Uncle Harry Elias. My Uncle Harry played with the big bands during the swing era. I love that era. And I love my uncle. He's my favorite uncle. So what are we doing today? Today is actually the first video on mastering the mind. The video before was an introduction of the mind. So if you need to turn off this video and listen to the introduction, go ahead and do that. But I am going to recap. So recapping, picture a circle. We're going to call that the mind. The top of the circle is the conscious mind. The bottom of the circle is the subconscious mind. Now, the bottom subconscious mind has 80% of the mental power. And the conscious mind has 20% of the mental power. So you can see what part of the mind has more power. From birth to 8 years old, the subconscious mind gets developed. So by the time we are 8 years old, our subconscious mind is developed. The conscious mind gets developed somewhere between 9 and 12 years old. Now let me tell you about the conscious mind, because that's what we're going to cover today. First of all, it's the conscious mind that receives the thoughts. We have a thought, it's the conscious mind. It is receiving all the thoughts. Some of the thoughts that we have just are like nonsense, like, oh, I just saw that person and it has a red dress and that other person has, boots, but those thoughts go away. But the thoughts that are there, and they're real thoughts, they're not just, thoughts that disappear. The conscious mind will observe those thoughts and select the thoughts. So, if the conscious mind thinks that the thought is important, it will select it. If it's not important, it will just vent it. Now, the next thing that the conscious mind will do, it will question. It will question the thought. It will judge the thought. It will evaluate the thought. The conscious mind is very judgmental. It judges everything and everyone. And then it builds habit patterns on that thought. So you keep having the thought over and over and over, it is building a habit pattern. I'll give you an example. Let's say that you have this thought, I need more money. And you keep having that thought of, like every day, I need more money, I need more money, I need more money. So now there's a habit pattern called I need more money. But it doesn't give you money because it keeps having the word need. I need more money, so you're just going to keep needing. Change that pattern to I am abundant. Money flows to me easily, constantly, and in great numbers. And if you keep saying that over and over, you're washing dishes and you're saying it, whatever you're doing, you're driving and you're saying it, and the more you say it over and over and over and over, it will build a habit pattern. So now you're saying, I'm abundant. Money flows to me easily, constantly, and in great numbers. You have formed a new habit pattern. Now the conscious mind is always right. It is always right. I don't care even if it's wrong. The conscious mind is right because it has a big ego. It's always right. So it's really hard for someone to change your thoughts. I don't care how much you work on it with someone, unless you build those really strong habit patterns, the conscious mind is always going to be right. Now, it also produces chaos. Oh my gosh, if you look at your life and you see chaos in your life, it is the conscious mind doing its thing. Judging, evaluating, and producing chaos. And it tries so hard to select things. It tries to select things to build on. So it'll select things. It'll say, okay, this one and then this one, but not that one, this one, and not that one. It's always selecting. Now, once it selects the thoughts or the things or the whatever it is you're working on, then it tries to make sense out of things. Even though it's chaos, it tries to make sense out of it. It's like, I'm not sure about that. Well, how does that work? Why is this happening and that happening at the same time, and there's a conflict? So it's trying to make sense out of life, even when life doesn't make sense. You see, the conscious mind is where the ego abides. The ego lives in the conscious mind. So, who's making the selection? Unless you are strategically involved in creating a thought, the thoughts are going to come from the ego. You get that? Unless you are strategically selecting the thoughts, you're actually sitting down and you're putting together your own thought pattern, the ego will select the thoughts. And it creates barriers. You know, all those barriers that we have, you know, the negative thinking, all the negative beliefs, it'll create barriers. You have this great goal. You have this future you're living into. You're producing something wonderful. And what'll happen? The conscious mind will put a barrier there. It'll say, yeah, right. You said that before and you didn't do it. So what makes you think you're going to do it now? The conscious mind is always talking to you. Sometimes we have to turn around and say, shut up. Let me do my own thinking here. So think of the conscious mind in a way that you need to take control. Because it will bring fear to your life. If you don't take control of your conscious mind, it will bring fears. Then you'll be afraid of everything. You'll be afraid to make it. You'll be afraid to not make it. You'll be afraid to not succeed, and you'll be afraid to succeed. The fear lies in the conscious mind unless we take control. Now, how do you take control? How do you take control of your conscious mind? How do you change your conscious mind if your conscious mind doesn't like to change and it's always right? How does one do that? Well, it is not easy. Change is not easy. I've asked my clients, okay, on a scale from 1 to 10, how much do you want to change? And they'll say, I want to change, and I'm a 10, I want to change. And then I tell them what they need to do, and they don't do it. Many of them, not all of you guys, but many of them just don't do it because it takes work. We need to work on ourselves every single day. Every day. Need to read books that inspire you, books that motivate you. You need to listen to podcasts and YouTube videos that are going to inspire you, that are going to help you have more knowledge. Listen to my videos. That would be great. So work on yourself every single day. And then when you're speaking to someone and you're having a conversation, you want to have conversations that empower you and empower others. And those are the conversations you're having about abundance, about success, about the future you're building or the project you're working on. Those are the conversations to have over and over and over. And this does not usually happen overnight. It takes work. You know, one of the things that I use to block all the barriers and all the stuff that is mentally up there and all these thoughts and don't want to change, I meditate. I meditate every single day, and I've been doing this for years. In the beginning, it was not easy. Believe me, it was not easy. What, get up in the morning and meditate before I do anything else? That wasn't an easy thing to do, but I built a habit. I did it every day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next week, and the next month, and the next month, and the next year. Now, it's just a habit. It's like brushing my teeth. I'm not going to go through the morning and not brush my teeth. I am not going to go through the day and not meditate. Now, whatever that is for you, whatever you take on, whether it's meditation or prayer or walking outside in your garden or walking your dog, really, sometimes walking your dog, it gives you that inspiration because you see our pets don't have all the stuff that we have. They don't have the conscious mind going, having all these thoughts. They just love you. So whatever that is for you, choose something. But choose something that you know you're going to stick to it and you're going to form habit patterns. Good habit patterns. You see, everything's a habit. Might as well form some good habit formings that can change your life, that can transform your life. Then that's worth it. Because if we don't take control of our conscious mind, it will control us. Really. Take control of your conscious mind. Form good habits by doing something good over and over and over and over. I am writing a book, Masterfesto, Manifesting Dreams. Sometimes I really don't want to sit down and write. I just don't. I'd rather do something else. I'd rather watch TV. Sometimes I'd rather clean the kitchen. But I write and I rewrite. Okay, now I'm finished with my book, but I'm not because I'm doing a rewrite. And I rewrite because I want to get better and better and better. Why do I want to get better? Because when I put it out to the public, to you, I want it to make a difference. I want you to be able to say, wow, I can use this and it can alter my life in a very positive way. Another thing to do is be generous. Generosity really helps us clear the barriers that are in the conscious mind. Forgiveness is another one. Forgive. Maya Angelou. I love Maya Angelou. She's my guardian angel. She says, forgive everyone. I love that. And the first thing is forgive yourself. That's a gift. Forgiveness is a gift. So again, the conscious mind, we need to control the conscious mind. Because if we don't control our conscious mind, it will control us. Thank you.